let's talk about the modern dating scene for men. I've done a lot of videos about the modern dating in general. We've talked about the challenges of modern dating. We've talked about why modern dating is failing us. But from the perspective of men, I'd like to address this issue because, you know, if you're a man and you use dating apps, you will realize that you are finding a very hard time in, you know, connecting with matches, connecting with the people you want to connect with. And there are primarily 3 reasons behind this. So if you're interested in these 3 reasons, please stay tuned. Ladies, you're also more than welcome to watch this video. It is going to give you a little bit of an insight into the challenges that men face on dating apps. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment down below what you would want to see next. What your thoughts are on the topic. Let's go. Now, our first issue of concern is a broken value system. What do I mean by a broken value system? Now, when we scroll through dating apps, now we as men generally, we swipe right if we find a woman physically attractive. And you know what, vice versa, that is also true, but women pay attention to so much more than just that. They pay attention to the bio, they pay attention to your occupation, they pay attention to your photos. So they're much more diligent in their analysis, and therefore a lot of men are having trouble because you might be a decent looking guy, you might be a great looking guy, but if your bio fails, if your occupation fails to impress them, then you're going to have a hard time finding the matches. With women, it's very different. Women are going to proportionally find much more matches on dating apps than men, primarily because men immediately assess if he wants to be with a woman or not based on her looks. Now, listen, there are exceptions. There are men who delve a little bit deeper into that bio, but we tend to go off of face value. It's been that for thousands and thousands of years. We can't ignore that biology, right?
No.
But this is the primary reason because it breaks the value system. We as men judge a woman off of her looks. Let's be honest about that. Whereas women delve a little bit deeper, and that is why so many men are having trouble. You might be thinking, what am I doing wrong? I'm a decent looking guy. You know what? My occupation is not too bad. So why am I not getting the matches? The reason behind this is that broken value system, because women tend to be so much more diligent in how they perceive a man, how they value a man. They don't only look at your occupation, they don't only look at your looks, they look at everything in general and then compact it into a whole, you know, and then they compact it into a bowl of just
10 seconds later.
I don't know what to call it even, but that's how they use that value system, and that is why so many men are really having issues with finding the perfect match on Tinder. Now, if you're a man and you're watching this, let me know, what challenges have you been facing in the dating world, on dating apps, in dating in general? What challenges have you been facing specifically, and what are you doing to address them? Let me know in the comment section. Alright guys, now the second thing we have to address here is the fact that a small percentage of men gets the attention from the majority of women. It is sad, it is unfair, but I mean, life is unfair in general, right? But the top 1%, the top 1 or 2% of men on dating apps are who get the most attention. Now, this is problematic for the semi-decent guy, the average guy. The guy who isn't at that top level is having trouble in attracting the right woman, right? Because we may be attracting women, but it might not be the quality of woman that we want to attract. It might not be the type of woman that we're into. We are very, very, I would say, almost superficial on our value system. And as I explained, we immediately go off of the looks. We see a beautiful woman, we swipe right? Without really paying attention to the bio, without really paying attention to anything else. She may have the shitty personality, but yet we swipe right because of the looks. And as I said, this is kind of hurting us because you're swiping right for the women who are going for the top 1% of men on these dating apps. And this is what's causing the problem. This is part of the reason why men find it so hard to really, you know, get that person that they want, get the quality of woman that they want, because we end up attracting the woman that we don't want, and we're sacrificing our time trying to get the women that don't want us. So it's a continuous, endless cycle that completely degrades our value, degrades our self-worth, degrades our perception of our worth, because of the fact that we are trying so damn hard to really get the attention of the woman whose attention is at the 1% of men. And you know what? There's no easy fix to this. There's no easy way but to really level up your life in all aspects. You might not ever reach the top 1% of men, but you can damn sure try your best at doing it. If you agree with what I'm saying here, if you are a man and you're having trouble, type yes in the comment section. If you're a lady and you agree with this, type yes in the comment section right now. Now, I want to end this video off by saying that we as men, we as above average men on these dating apps have less options than women have. That is just the pure fact. You know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube where you can go and watch women trying to be men on dating apps, and I find it really interesting because it really gives that perspective. It really gives, you know, the ladies insight into how hard it is for us to succeed on these apps. I recommend really you go and search for something like women trying to be a man on Tinder, women trying to be a man on dating apps, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. You will see that these women are completely shocked about you know, how hard it is for men. They're placed in the shoes of men, right? And they realize that, oh damn, we're actually telling the truth. It is actually damn hard for men on dating apps. Now, gentlemen, it is hard, but it's not impossible. You can find someone worthwhile on these apps. And, you know, traditionally these apps have had a bad rep. These modern dating apps have had the reputation of just being there for hookups, right? Now, unfortunately, that is still true, but there is a glimmer of hope. We can improve ourselves day by day. We can make small improvements where needed. And the more we improve our self-worth, the more we improve our kind of value to society, the more we contribute to society, the more we put into ourselves, our finances, our spirituality, our mental health, the more women we are going to attract. So something to take away from this video, really, if you're a man or a woman, put more time and effort into yourself, because you know what, if someone doesn't value the time and effort you put into yourself, they're not the correct someone for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you very much for tuning into today's video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.